Hey.
We're testing levels.
Oh, we're testing levels. Shit. Okay.
Testing levels.
Sometimes we have quiet guests and sometimes we have loud guests.
Yeah.
Well,
And sometimes we have Miss Avocado.
We always have avos.
where would I be at? Would I be a loud guest or a quiet guest?
That's for you to decide, baby.
I'm gonna have tinnitus by the end of this.
Hi.
Hi!
We're your hostesses with the mostesses.
Your favorite living gal pals.
Miss Avocado.
And Wanda Gag!
And joining us today is the Queen of Bears herself, Domita Sanchez.
It's me, Trav.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Doing good. A little sweaty.
Oh my
Only
God,
in a
I'm
hot
sweaty.
way.
Well, y'all have had a long day so far.
We're one interview in and we're on to the second. And
love
we're
it.
living and laughing. We did our makeup with a Raggedy, and I usually do it in front of a vanity, and today I'm feeling...
Usually takes you an hour.
Yeah,
usually takes me an hour and a half. Today it took us both 2 hours. So
Now, my question is, when you first started drag, how long did it take you?
3-4 hours, somewhere in there.
I think I was only at 2 because I didn't like to nitpick details. I was like, no, it's done. It's done. No more.
How long did it take you?
I think it was 2.5.
Okay.
Period.
A modest amount.
And I look at that face now, and I'm just like, how did this take 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
At the end, at the end of the face, you were looking in the mirror like, she's the woman.
I know.
I am one of one.
Well,
I'm the only one.
I think the first time I actually painted my face, I looked and I said, something's not right, but we're still here.
She's working.
That's a good mentality to have.
That is a
I
good
like
mentality.
that.
Yeah.
So what are your pronouns in drag for everyone watching?
My pronouns in drag are she, her.
Work.
Out of drag, he, him.
Excellent. And how long have you been doing drag now?
9 years.
9
Yeah.
years. Work. Okay.
I can't believe it's been that long, honestly.
That is a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Wait, out of curiosity, where was your first drag performance? Where was it?
Okay, my first drag performance was at the Garden nightclub in Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines.
Period. That's
I
right, you're
love.
an girl.
Yes, and I did the open stage, and I did a Beyonce mix that I had, like, because I used to make mixes for my college dance team, whatever.
Love.
And so I'm just like, oh, let me make this Beyonce mix because I
Yeah,
love Beyonce.
right.
And I had this, and I said, I'm going to do my anthem. And we did it, and they're like, did you want to do a second number? And I'm like, I didn't know there was a second number. I didn't know there was an option. Yeah.
What was in this mix? Like, what songs were there?
Okay, so, and if you see me perform, you probably see me do this mix, but it's the I Am World Tour, Beyonce.
Uh-huh.
And it starts with Crazy in Love, my favorite song ever.
Of course.
Love.
And then, like, there's Single Ladies, Naughty Girl, ends with Halo, because I like to do a little, I'm gonna
Little
bow,
bow.
I can see a halo, I can see a halo. And I'm, like, bowing and waving to the crowd. I said, what did I do?
I love that.
It's a nice slow down moment. Yes.
So what kind of performances can we typically expect from you? Like, it's the Domita show. What are we gonna see?
Oh, if you're in a Domita, okay, if it was actual Domita show,
Uh-huh.
I would love full-on production numbers with all bare backup dancers.
Love.
Like, goals. But a regular Domita show, you're gonna see me usually dancing. Now that we're getting older, like, I can't do as many tricks, but we still have the energy.
Oh, you still got the tricks. You still got the
You
stunts.
still do tricks that I have not been able to do my whole life.
Right.
So, period.
And then sometimes campy because I do a lot of brunches, so there's always a theme.
Mm-hmm.
And I love a theme where I get to dress as a boy.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
one of my favorite ones is when I did Encanto brunch, I was the house.
I
Yes!
did love you as the house.
And then I was Uncle Felix, and I got to do a whole Latin mix, and it was everything.
I love that.
Everything. So I love just playing with different characters and high energy, and then, sometimes I'll throw on a gown and do Dream Girls.
There you
20
go.
million times.
There you go. Classic. One brunch that you ate all the way the fuck up was Wednesday brunch. Because
Oh,
you
my
as,
God.
first of all, the father, Gomez?
Yeah.
Yes, Gomez.
I forgot.
Period. You were doing Gomez?
Yes.
No. And I think you were also doing the Siren Girl.
Yes.
Yes, whose name I forget. And then you were also doing Thing.
Yes.
Which, period, ate the whole thing.
That was a
up.
good brunch.
That was a good ass brunch.
Okay, so I wanted, with the thing, I wore the, like, blue green screen suit, whatever.
Yes.
I wanted to make a video where I, like, took myself out, but then I realized, I needed, like, a still camera, and then I need a still of, like, the whole room, and so this is not possible. So I said,
one day, recreate that.
Yes.
Absolutely. So Where did you get your drag name, by the way? Domita Sanchez.
Yes. Okay, so it was the first wig I bought. It was, the name was Domita Jo, like Domita Jo Janet Jackson.
Oh, of course.
Also had no idea that Janet Jackson had an alter ego.
Oh.
And so I said, I didn't know this. Took the name, and then my best friend was just like, Domita Diva. And I'm like, I literally hate that name.
Yeah, it's a
And
no
then-
for me.
And then when I did open stage, I said, well, Domita Diva.
Domita Diva.
And I spelled it wrong.
No! Which part?
How?
Where?
So Domita is actually spelled Damita, but I wrote it down Domita.
She's a
Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Period.
that's how I got.
And then where's the Sanchez part from?
Sanchez is my drag family.
Okay,
So
cool.
I think it was like a few months after I started drag. I ended
Mhm.
up doing ran for Miss Gay Iowa US of A pageant.
How'd you do?
I got top 10.
Ooh.
And there was like 20 contestants, and
Oh,
I've
that's
only been
good.
in drag for 3 months.
Period.
And Sanida Sanchez, my drag mom, was just like, I want you to be my kid.
Oh, cute.
And so, like, final night, I put Sanchez in my name, and they said Domita Sanchez for the first time.
Work.
Cute.
I feel like the Sanchez family is huge in like Iowa and Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, so, and I just met the Sanchez from Wisconsin. And there's a Sanchez in Iowa, and then there's, like, Dominique Sanchez,
Yeah.
Sasha Sanchez, all over, and they're all pageant girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, our friend Gita Versace is now a Sanchez, and Belinda China Shop they're both Sanchez's now. And so I was like, I'm seeing that name a lot more. Yeah.
Our family's pretty big.
I love that. And mostly pageant girls, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legendary house.
That's like ASMR. Great.
So you started in Iowa. Take us through the timeline. Like, how did you get to Minneapolis?
Okay, so let me make this as short and sweet as possible. So, like I said, started open stage,
Mhm.
and then did that pageant. Got into a Sunday school cast where we did a show every Sunday, and we were paid in pizza.
Work. Sorry, I heard Sunday school. I was like, church?
Yeah.
Where?
That's what.
Wait, was it actually a church?
No.
Okay.
It was at the Garden.
I was like,
it was
oh.
at the Garden, and then I ran for a pageant, and then finally got on the weekend show cast at the Garden,
Love.
and then one Iowa newcomer went to nationals, placed top 10 or 12, and then one Wisconsin newcomer the next year, and ended up winning Miss Gay US of A newcomer.
Okay.
So I have a national title
Ooh.
back in 2017.
Work.
And then ended up moving to Dallas after that because I was in Dallas a whole bunch during my reign, and they're like, you should move down here and start drag shows at the Roundup Saloon.
Okay.
And so moved to Dallas, started drag shows there with Daphne Rio, and then after like a year and a half there, I'm just like, I'm gonna move to Minneapolis because I had some connections with the 90s, connections with Flip Phone and stuff, and then the day I moved, COVID started, everything shut down.
Yeah.
And so I said, this was good on my part because I would have not made it in Dallas
Oh,
during
yeah.
COVID. But so,
Well, was anything even shut down in Texas? Because I feel like they were a little...
I feel like they shut down like later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took a while to do it.
Yeah, so because I'm like, I remember they were open, not open, back open, you know.
Yeah.
But also remember when we were having like the 11 p.m. curfew? Like
Oh my
the
God, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Bars shut at 11 p.m. We had to sit at table.
They're like, you're not gonna get drunk and dance, no ma'am.
No.
No.
I kind of miss when the saloon was like the long catwalk, and then we all sat alongside it. I kind of miss that.
Yeah.
I just like being close.
That was fun. That was really fun. I just
Yeah.
hated that you would get in trouble if you tried to jump tables. They're like, no.
Oh yeah, they're like, mm-mm.
Oh, and the fucking like
The clear mask.
The clear masks. I could not.
Oh my god.
Because like there were a couple like mask makers that were like trying to make, you know, the next clear mask so we could see each other's faces.
Yeah.
We went through a couple because my mom was one of those people that's just like, I got the new clear mask. I'm helping you. I'm helping you with the
here you
clear.
are.
And so here you go. Here's a clear mask that touches your face the whole time. And so by the end of the show, like it was just a blob of red right here.
Yeah.
Because you cannot talk without your lips kissing
right.
a little
Yeah.
bit. And
Or the like shields.
The
too.
Those
shields.
felt absolutely
Awful.
worthless. I feel like because the air's just going under. I
Yeah.
was like, what's the point?
And you would just fog up the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm in here, but you wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
anti-fog spray.
Don't need to know the words.
Okay.
Yeah!
Now I'm gonna be honest. There was a couple brunches where I think it was like WAP brunch.
Yeah.
Where I said there was so many words in these raps, and I
Real.
said, "Fuck
Park
the
that
screen."
Big Mac. Yes.
Run this little garage.
What was it like in Dallas? Like, what is Dallas drag like? Because I haven't gotten to go to Texas ever.
Dallas drag is very pageant, we're all dancing queens.
Okay.
Now there's also alternative drag there, and well, Dallas specifically, they have like Sue Ellen's, and that's where like most of the alternative drag is. But I think it's like kind of now bleeding into the other bars, which is amazing.
Oh, good. Okay.
Because it's not all the same thing, and you get to see a variety of drag, which I love. You know, but yeah, very pageant world. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you like? Are there a lot of people going to shows down there? Because I know.
Yeah.
I just don't know what Texas. Like, is it big audiences, big money?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dallas has like Oak Lawn, where all the bars are and everything.
Oh.
So you have like S4, which I kind of compare like to the 90s type of show.
Okay.
Roundup is more like saloon. There's Sue Ellen's, but yeah, they have drag shows everywhere.
And then there's like a gay neyborhood in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Oak Lawn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oak Lawn.
Yeah.
Why is it called Oak Lawn?
I think that's just the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, weird name. Nothing gay about Oak Lawn.
Well, they have like this big sign in front of their Kroger grocery store.
Kroger.
And it's like rainbow blocks, and it says Oak Lawn. So you know.
Like like is it spelled Oakland, but it's pronounced all French, or is it like O-A-K?
Like oak and lawn. Like
lawn.
Like
Oak Lawn.
OAKLAWN.
That sounds like a very tough lawn to mow.
Okay.
That was dumb.
Thank you.
Okay, so you are actually quite the busy diva though, because you are in the Ladies of La Femme, you're in Hot Pink, you're with Flip Phone, and you travel all the and Mirage.
Yes.
What is your secret to like work-life balance?
Wow. So I do
Grilling
this.
you.
I do this full time, which is nice because like I go back and forth all the time where I'm like, do I need to get a day job? You know,
Yeah.
do I need to have that structure where I actually get out of bed? But I think it was like maybe a year after I moved here, I was doing as many shows as I could, and it was just took a huge toll on my body.
I believe it.
And so I had to start being like, okay, I have to take care of myself. I have to start saying no to things, and I always feel so guilty saying no to stuff, but I'm like, okay, so we're gonna structure this where I need to make so much this week, and that's how many shows I'm doing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And do you base that off of show pay or like average tips you get or what?
Usually show pay, and then tips is just like, let's put this in the savings or use
Right,
this
yeah.
for fun money, you know.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and so just telling people no. Just say no.
Yeah.
Smart.
Say no
Yeah.
to drugs.
And you can
drag.
Okay.
Say no to drag.
But and you know, you can say no in the nicest way, you know, like, hey, I have a lot on my plate this week.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm honored, but
Yes. Always say thank you. Like, okay, here is the lesson for the day.
ooh, okay.
Every time you get asked to be in a show, always say if you cannot do it, always say thank you so much for asking.
Yeah.
And like, you should be, you know, appreciate being asked.
Yeah.
to work.
I mean,
you
that's
know?
smart. Gratitude first.
Yeah,
Gratitude
absolutely.
first.
The fact that they thought of you at all is like
Exactly.
so kind. Yeah.
So, and then be like, let me know if you have any more shows coming up, and we can figure out something.
Absolutely.
And keep working, you know.
Yeah, no, I personally am of the belief now of like you got to book somebody out at least a month in advance so that you can see, and if not, then you can be like, well, now I have these other shows. And
Yeah.
try and book them for that. Yeah. Also, just what tips do you have for people wanting to do drag full time? Because there are a lot of people that are like, I want to do this full time. This is my life. Like, what do you suggest?
How does one do
How-
drag full time?
I was gonna say,
Well, like I said, I've been doing this for 9 years now,
Yeah.
and
full time all 9 years.
no.
Oh, okay.
No. I would say full time, kind of since I moved to Minneapolis. 'Cause
Okay.
for a moment, I was full time in Dallas, and then I ended up getting a job at Rue 21 for a little bit.
Oh.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it closed?
I think so. I thought they went bankrupt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so. Yeah.
And that's where I bought my black skinny jeans. It was only $20.
And so many twinks no longer have a place to buy thin sweaters.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Oh, cardigans. But my tips are, you know, put in the work. You have to put in the work. Like, you do every show that you can. So do every open stage contest, do every benefit show, anything. And then that gets you out there, gets your name out there, and also that gives you experience of performing and gets you more comfortable being on stage. And then also just never burning bridges.
Never.
Like, always be respectful to everybody, always make a good impression.
Start no shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every new venue that I go to and perform, my goal is always to get them to say, come back. We want you to come back anytime. You're welcome to come back anytime.
Love that.
That's always the goal.
Yeah, true.
And so that keeps me like on the roster.
Yeah.
And yeah, just always being kind and being easy to work with. I think that's a big thing. Yeah. Easy to work with. Do every show that you can, and you will,
That's really,
later. Yeah.
That's really smart because half of this business is just connection.
Oh yeah,
just like getting to know people.
People book their friends.
Yep.
So be friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. And also just like performing wise, like keep practicing. I used to practice in my living room all the time before I said, "Oh, is this where I take tips?"
Yeah. This is the part where I don't exactly know what to do. It's just a musical interlude, so here we go.
I personally believe in investing in your drag whenever you can.
Absolutely.
Like, you got to keep the hair coming. You got to keep the outfits coming, whether you're making that yourself or buying it. Like, we don't want to see the diva with 3 dresses and 2 wigs.
Right.
Like, what? This episode of the Drag Me with a Spoon podcast is sponsored by Gagworthy Designs. Hi, Gag. It's your girl, Miss Wanda Gag, and Miss Ma'am. Did you hear she's selling costumes now? She's taking orders and serving looks. He gets a costume. She gets a costume. They get a costume. Everybody's getting costumes. Commissions are now open, so message us on Instagram at Gagworthy Designs or on our website, www.dragmewithaspoon.com/Gagworthy Designs. All right, bye, gags. Now back to your featured content. Hey there. Want to sponsor the podcast? Want to have a silly little ad in the middle of the episode? Want to be a goofy girl and give me money to keep producing this podcast? Well, for just $20, you can have a spotlight to promote whatever. Got a show coming up? A service or skill like stoning? Or just have a sickening picture you want to show off? We'll promote it for you. Don't have an ad but love the podcast? You can still sponsor us and we'll give you all our love on the pod. Send us an email at dragmewithaspoon@gmail.com to become a sponsor now. What else? You got to invest where you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like learn to sew too.
Did you sew?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Did you make this?
I made those.
Hallelujah.
My Shangela,
I love sewing. I've been trying to teach all our drag kids. I'm like, you're gonna learn to sew because don't pay for costumes.
Well, I think it's great. Like, I know Julia teaches all her drag kids to sew, and I'm like, I love that.
Yes.
And like another example, the Blazing Saddle in Des Moines.
Love.
They make everybody MC.
Oh,
so everybody knows how to MC.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart because I feel, again, it's all about connection. It's all about being able to talk to people.
Yeah.
So
And the audience. Like, if you can't handle the audience.
Right.
Yeah. I love the Blazing Saddle. It's so
fun.
small.
Yeah. Okay, always a double, never a cover though. Don't drink.
Oh, wait,
if you want to get wasted, drink their mixed drinks because it's literal all alcohol. This much mixer.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, I do remember
trash
being
that
very
night,
drunk there. We've only been there once, but it was.
Yes.
I had to elbow my way past 2, not 1, but 2. What's the word?
Bridal showers?
Not bridal showers.
Bachelorette
Bachelorette parties. Yes, and like they were like both. Whenever, because I just wanted to tip them.
Yeah.
And so like I'd be elbowing my way through, and I got to the front of the stage, and I'm like, and then they take 1 tip from me, and then I'd get pushed all the way back again. And so
like
eventually,
a wave pool.
yeah, it was like a wave pool. And eventually, like I just had to be like, all right, I'm not getting up there. Crumple the dollar, throw it.
I saw a lot of that,
Yeah.
How do you perform in that tiny little square? It's just jet square.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, okay, so I've been on an even smaller stage than that.
Where?
Berlin in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yes.
period.
It is literal. It's almost the size of this table.
Oh my god.
How do you do this?
But I still split and kick and everything. Right. It was a really fun show there.
You budget your space.
Absolutely.
You measure your leg span when you split.
I said one heel is touching one end of the stage and the other heel is touching the other end.
Work.
I do also, I'm glad you said that, like, do open stages still, because I know there's this misconception of, like, after, like, a year or two, don't do open stages anymore, it's a career killer, like, you can't be doing open stages, and I don't get that. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I think what's gotten lost is the love of performing now.
Yeah.
And like, I want money, I
Yeah.
want to work, you know. And I said, if you actually love being on stage and performing, like, you're fine with do all the shows you can.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I did. You know, I was doing all the open stages, benefit shows, because I'm just like, I just love being on stage.
Absolutely.
It's fun. And then you know, later I got booked, made connections, and all that.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you make friends, you make connections.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, I just want to do this more because I love performing.
I love that.
Yeah.
As you should. I was gonna say, because we were thinking about going back to open stages.
Because
we don't get a lot to practice.
Yeah.
Because we're doing like our shows, and so when we're
Absolutely.
doing our shows, we don't want to like, you know.
Well, and I'm busy like
Bomb.
I'm
Or-
running the show, so I'm like I don't have time to like really think about performing. I'm like I'm on the mic. I'm
Well, because
talking to my
that's your
merch-
performance is doing
yeah,
the
it's hosting.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm organizing this whole show. I'm getting people in places. I'm like I don't have time to even think about my number. I go out there. I'm like whatever. Here I am. Blah 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 blah. Kick. Anyways, so I'm like I just want opportunities where I'm like I can just hang out backstage.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Never too old to practice.
Never told to practice.
And
yet.
so, and you know, sometimes it's nice to just like not have to run the show. Just
That part.
I just get to do a number today. This is great.
Yeah.
I get to hang out with all the entertainers in the back. You know.
Period.
And because like I personally believe as like a host and the producer, I'm always in the audience watching the performer interact with the audience and be like, okay, that person is really good. I should book them again.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't have time to go backstage at all. And so sometimes I just want to hang out with the girls.
Absolutely.
Which you've judged work like a couple times now,
Yeah.
because you're on cast with Hot Pink, right?
Kind of just like a guest visitor.
Oh,
Period.
really?
And that's
Oh.
kind of every place. It's just like,
Work.
you know, if I'm around, I'll book myself here in 90s.
They like you, they miss you, they
Saloon.
book you.
Yeah,
Period.
And so kind of just get thrown in there whenever, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm down. But yeah, it's been so much fun to judge work.
I love judging. I want to judge. We have an open stage in Mankato every couple months, and I just love giving feedback. I'm like, let's go. Like, let's all improve. And
Yeah.
because I remember having when work first started, I remember getting like almost no feedback sometimes, and I'm like, I don't want that to ever happen to anyone else.
Absolutely.
Like, I just love judging. I'm a very judgmental girl, so I will gladly judge you if you ask.
You will see it in my face.
I don't
Go for that. You go for that jazz
Yeah.
split, and the face goes.
Yes. Okay, you know what I love though about like getting to judge the open stage shows is just seeing all the like fresh entertainment.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
true.
And like
true.
and since it's a competition too, it's like we're gonna bring our A game and just they're doing new numbers, and it's just really fun to see. Like I said, oh, I would have never thought of this like idea.
Absolutely. Some of the funniest mixes I've seen have been at open stages.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, what a great idea.
Yeah.
So funny.
Do you have any favorite like up and comers? Like, if not, that's fine. I'm totally left field question. Let's turn it around. Do you have anybody you hate? No, I'm kidding.
Right. I hate all. No, I'm kidding. That's really hard.
No, yeah.
It's just like I said. It's really cool to see just all the different types of drag there is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just fun because I'm just like, you know, when I started, it was just like, oh, is it just dancing and blah blah blah? But like the 9 years that I've been doing this, I'm just like, all these doors have been open to see all these amazing different kind of artists.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I've never thought about that. I never seen that. I like this. And then also seeing that, you know, makes me a better entertainer because I said, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like this part. I like what they did here. I'm going to use that in my drag.
As you
know?
should.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Drag is all about politely stealing.
Yeah, okay. And always just learning.
I
you
think
know?
that's just called sharing, but
Oh.
polite stealing.
Polite stealing. Thank you.
Okay, you know, I talked about this a while ago. One of my favorite numbers I've seen. I don't remember. I think it might have been a work contest, maybe, or it was a contest, and someone did like talked about their religious trauma, and then they're like, "I'm gonna, you know, do every 7 deadly sins. I'm gonna do all the 7 deadly sins." And they did it during their number, and it was, I don't remember who it was, but it was so funny.
Was it Mink Hole?
Maybe. I
Mink
don't
Hole did
remember.
Our God is an Awesome God.
Oh,
That's,
I know they do a lot of religious trauma numbers. I do.
But it was, yeah, it was so fun. I don't know.
I love that.
It was like a couple years ago now.
Oh, goodness.
period.
Okay, so you were recently Lola in Kinky Boots at the Des Moines Community Playhouse. How was that experience? And what was it like doing like a full-time gig like that?
It was so much fun. It was kind of a welcome back into the theater world because I majored in theater in college.
I was say you are a theater girly.
Yeah, so I hadn't done a show since 2016. I did Sister Act the musical in New Hampshire at the Palace Theater. So it was just a great welcome back into the theater world and kind of gave me that drive to do some more. But, I have never been a lead role.
Oh, really?
Like in a show before.
You have lead role energy.
You do, because like you're always like the bucking, you're always animated very much when you're performing. Like you see it in your face, you see it in your legs, your arms, the hair.
My hair flips are
legendary.
True.
It was fun being a lead role. It was a lot of work.
Oh, I believe
so
it.
much stress. I was so stressed. I said, I'm just being in the ensemble where you just have to learn all the music and just react to everything.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my gosh, they're kissing.
And you're like, eggs.
I'm so. And RuPaul goes.
That part diva. That part diva. And in the background.
Kinky Boots was fun.
Yeah, good.
We're going to actually go to a quick commercial break.
Oh my
God. We'll be right back. This episode of the Drag Me With a Spoon podcast is brought to you by Stone Crazy, your go-to destination for all things bling and costume embellishments. Are you ready to add some sparkle to your life? That's right, Stone Crazy offers a dazzling selection of rhinestones, fringe, and rhinestone rope, along with the essential tools and glues to make your creative projects shine. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast, a fashion designer, or just someone looking to add a touch of glamour, Stone Crazy has you covered. Stone Crazy is proud to be a queer POC-owned business based in the heart of Minnesota. By supporting Stone Crazy, you're not only getting high-quality embellishments, but you're also supporting diversity and inclusivity in the crafting community. So why wait? Visit Stone Crazy today at stonecrazymn.com and start adding some serious bling to your life. Use code DRAGSPOON for 20% off your purchase as well. Remember, it's not just about the rhinestones, it's about making a statement. Get crazy bling at Stone Crazy. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Inkception. Custom stickers the easy way. Inkception offers custom die-cut stickers that are perfect for all your sticker merch needs. Drag Me the Spoon has been a proud customer of Inkception for years, and we are so excited to have them sponsoring the podcast. Right now, Inkception is running sticker specials that you do not want to miss out on, such as 100 3x3 stickers for just $37 or 250 for just $65. These stickers are the bee's knees. They're incredibly weatherproof, dishwasher safe so you can put them on your water bottles, and they have a 4-day turnaround on orders if you need stickers in a pinch. Plus, use code DRAG for 20% off any other custom sticker orders, not applicable to the above mentioned deals. Big thank you to Inkception for sponsoring the podcast.
And we're back!
Hi. Thank you again to Stone Crazy for being our sponsor. We love you.
I love Stone Crazy.
I love Stone Crazy.
Making us shiny.
Use code DRAGSPOON for 15% off your purchase.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Yeah, for real.
Stone Crazy. Let's get Stone Crazy. Okay, Stone Crazy actually stones a lot of my costumes because I do not enjoy doing.
I don't blame you. It's a tedious process.
I mean, I did this, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But it's just like a couple.
And showed us the fabric fuse, and I was like, oh, because the original E6000 sucks.
Well, because like it comes in it comes in a shitty tube, and then you have to put it in a syringe, and then you have to make the syringe fart a little bit to get the air out, and then.
Well, and you need to get calluses on your thumbs so it doesn't hurt pushing the syringe.
Yeah.
And then the little pen and stuff. Which
Love rhinestoning. We were talking about theater for a little.
We were talking about Lola. You being Lola.
How long was like rehearsal, and then how long was it on stage? I almost said Broadway. I was like, well,
so
exactly?
We started rehearsing in January, and then I think we opened in April. What's before April? March. No, we opened in March. So January, February. We opened in March, I think, and we went for I think regular shows at the Playhouse are 3 weekends,
Mm-hmm.
but we added an extra weekend because it was the best-selling show at the Playhouse.
Love that.
Period.
Okay, honey.
I was like, Kinky Boots was a really cute show, honestly. It was what everybody's talking about Jamie wanted to be.
Oh my god.
Like,
what is that? What is the song in that?
and I don't even know it. And I don't even know it.
And I don't even know it.
It's like Kinky Boots is doing the rounds right now because it was just in Duluth.
Yeah.
With Mitchell playing Lola.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We went to
so
school with
good.
Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mitchell, such a sweet,
Such a
lovely
sweet
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so fun to. It was so fun to go see them in that and Hope.
Oh yeah, and Hope.
Yeah.
That's right. Hope was here too.
Yes.
Hope's been doing a lot lately.
Yeah.
Work.
She just got cast in Young Frankenstein, and then I can't remember. I'm doing dance TV in Duluth. It's a new play about a dance TV show, kind of like the Corny Collins show, but like modern day
Work.
queer
Okay.
and everything. And
I'm into that.
I'm so excited because it's just like all dance production numbers plus a play. And
Where
it's
do
like
you
an hour
watch that?
long. So we are performing that October 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it again in Minneapolis in the spring. So.
Okay, you seem to know about what's going on. What is this Grinder the Musical thing that I keep seeing?
I actually have no idea.
Because I'm very
Okay.
curious about that.
So I've only seen like on YouTube and on TikTok, like because there is an actual Grindr musical, but I'm wondering if this is a different one.
I'm wondering too. Because I see
Yeah.
Sasha posting about it a lot lately, and I'm like, what is that?
Well, and there is something happening here in the city called Grinder the Musical.
So I'm like,
And it's like based around like Grinder Help Receptionist or something like that.
Oh,
And
do you
then-
know more about this than I do?
I know, we've both seen the commercial. I just
I haven't
remember.
seen the commercial.
So,
I have no memory of this.
Yeah,
Well,
I've only seen the post.
well, I'm the one in the couple that has the better memory. God help us all.
And I have no memory. Did I get married to them?
Maybe. Would you like to?
Oh my god!
Don't wear
I'm
that.
so surprised!
Don't wear that too long, but it's copper.
I am just so honored.
You're accepting a Grammy.
To
I'm
be-
so honored to be seen and
To be Cucumber Gag, my
Yeah.
new drag name. Cucumber Gag
cucumber mint gag.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god. We're actually married to a lake.
Oh,
We are. I lost.
Oh,
Bye.
Goodbye.
I lost. So I had the exact same ring before, but I lost it because I wore it swimming in a lake like an idiot.
no.
And
I took her and I went, dunk! And threw her in. And
as you do with
Yeah.
your life partner.
Yeah.
And so like I just went like woof in the water, and then my ring went whoop, and then goodbye.
And that's why we have
So now we're
$25
married to
Amazon
Green
rings.
Lake and Spicer.
Shut up, that's genius.
Yeah, no, $25 rings because you've already lost one. I've already lost one. I then found mine, so it's okay. But
So it's like, we wear,
The engagement
we wear
ring
a
was
little
also
symbol, but it
$25.
doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah.
So
No, and I see everyone wearing like the silicone rings now too, just so they don't
that's fair.
lose it.
yeah.
They
Well,
kinda
because
look
if
like
you don't want
cock
to fucking
rings,
lose it.
Okay.
I'm like, what's that ring for?
Do I stretch?
So are you looking to do any theater in the Twin Cities area?
I would love to. I've been Luna and Aranya both gave me the website for the Minnesota playlist.
right.
And so I've been like looking at stuff because I'm like, I really want to do more.
Yeah.
And then this dance TV opportunity kind of fell in my hands. And
Weird.
they're like, hey, you should audition for this. I said, period.
Period.
And, yeah, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So-
I was gonna say, because have you seen the SpongeBob musical yet?
I'm going on
I need to go
Wednesday.
still.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I'm very excited.
Shout out to Aranya as SpongeBob and Luna
Yes.
Muse as Plankton.
I'm so excited to see it.
So on a more serious question, for the folks that are wanting to be considered, like, to be brought on to cast for a show or something like that, what advice do you have about getting noticed and potentially being considered for a cast?
Absolutely. Drag wise, yes. In drag or
Yes, drag
theater.
wise. Oh, yeah, sorry. We
drag.
Yeah, drag. We just
Drag.
pivoted. Casting, good luck. I don't know.
drag.
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of the same thing as becoming a full-time drag entertainer. It's just like be seen, do as many shows as you can, if you want to be on a showcast at a venue, you need to be nice to the people,
And go watch their show.
to the show directors. Go to the shows, go and drag, be seen in the community, not be dramatic in the community, not cause drama in the community.
Start no shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
literal.
Yep.
I mean, that's everywhere though. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, if you're seen as, like, somebody that starts shit, then, yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a detriment.
'Cause
in the entertainment. industry.
Absolutely. Well, and like the way I started, I guess, at the garden, I worked a beer stand at Pride.
Oh yeah.
And then I got noticed by the owner. And then I became a shop boy at the garden when in my twink days.
I feel like you would sell a lot of shots. Yeah.
In my twink day. It was nerve-wracking. They were in the little test tubes, too.
The test tubes?
Right. I think they still sell them at Blazing Saddle in test tubes, don't they?
I don't know.
I feel like I had one there.
Maybe. And then, like, so I kind of got into the garden family that way and was doing open stages as well. And then, like, just worked my way up. So you just work your way up, be seen.
Be seen, absolutely.
I actually have a question about the open scene as it's, the open stage scene as it, like, pertains to, like, Iowa versus Minneapolis. Like, what are the differences?
So it used to be when I started not a competition. I think the open stage at the Garden nightclub in Des Moines is now a competition, but the open stage at Saddle is not a competition. So that's the difference between here. Like both of the open stage shows here are both competitions.
Yeah.
Right? Now I always wonder. I said, should it be a competition or should it not be a competition? And there's pros and cons to both sides.
There are,
yeah.
Because on one hand, like you said before, like just like people tend to bring it more when it's a competition.
Yeah.
They also bring in more friends sometimes, depending on the rules of the competition.
But like also, it can put too much pressure on people.
Make people upset.
It can make people upsetty spaghetti after the show. So
and maybe it's like you have the competition and you have maybe there's both.
Yeah.
Maybe there's room for both. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Our open stage in Mankato it's six people. They get 2 numbers each.
Shameless plug.
And then you get scored and feedback on both of your numbers, and then we tally that up, and the top 2 people of those are brought before the audience, and the audience picks the winner. So like you still get scored, and you get that, but then you also
the final vote is still audience.
So you're still encouraged to bring people in. But then we split the door money amongst all of the people.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and then like the winner gets like a little extra show pay.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
It.
That's really
and then a booking with us later in the future. So it's perfect.
That is fun.
Yeah. And so that's kind of the model that I want to see more of.
Yeah.
Or just also it'd be nice to have one open stage in Minneapolis that's not a competition.
Yeah. And I like that, like the winner of the open stage contest here in Minneapolis, they get to perform at the regular weekend show. That's fun.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That's really cool.
At least in the 90s, because I know Saloon now, it's like you get to perform at the next work.
Which actually, work is pretty well attended now. So it's a pretty good booking.
It's not bad. Compared to like the Tuesday Hot Pink, which is, hit or miss. So I'm very into that.
Depends on the week.
I was going to say, I've heard Tuesday can be very popular, but sometimes it's dead.
Sometimes.
It's weird.
And Minneapolis is a big city. Like Dallas, people are always out. Like Mondays is like, a little quieter, but there's still people out.
Yeah.
It's such a big city and you have like all the industry people, and Monday is like your weekend.
Yeah.
But it is hit or miss here in Minneapolis, where it's just like it's not as big of a city, so
right. And you also were in Iowa City a lot, right? Because you're over at S13, is that what it's called?
Studio 13, yeah.
Studio 13, yeah. What's it like over there?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. It's definitely college town.
Yeah.
I see a lot of TikToks and reels from that area, just that specific bar.
Especially that one of Ann Noying where she just eats shit. It's got like 1 million
views.
Oh my
god. Pistachio, roll the clip.
Hey, you posted it. You know what
I'm crying.
It's almost 500,000 views. I'm okay with it.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Ryan Lucas Olson. Ryan, otherwise known in drag as Iconica, is a gay artist making gay art for gay people. Known for his incredible drag illustrations, Ryan has drawn all the legends and gotten their seal of approval. He is now taking commissions for illustrations and graphics. Need a new logo? Want some new merch? Or just incredibly vain like me and want beautiful illustrations of yourself? Reach out to get your custom illustration done now. Big thank you to Ryan for sponsoring the podcast. Okay, so we actually have a really fun game for you. So you're known as the Queen of Bears, hashtag Domita for Bears. So we'd like to play a game called Smash or Pass Bears Edition.
Scene here, we're sending Pistachio the PowerPoint.
Yes, so you will get to see it. So, first up, we have Teddy Bear.
The porn
sure
star.
you are familiar with
Are
Teddy
you
Bear.
familiar?
I am because, okay, so let me tell you this real quick story.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Let's
So
go
when
to
I
presentation,
was Miss Gay USA newcomer, I came to Minneapolis for their prelim.
Mm-hmm.
And he was go-go dancing the night I got to perform at the saloon.
What?
Yes, and so I got to meet him, and he's so hairy and hot. Oh my god.
Smash or pass?
Smash.
Absolutely. Easy one.
I seen his Twitter.
So that was the first.
X.
So that's the first one. That's an easy one. Next up, we have Wario. He's a thick king. He's hairy.
Ooh.
He got that cleft.
Where is the... I don't see no hair.
Now,
I feel like he's smooth down there.
You think so?
All over.
Look at that mustache, though.
And those
It
eyebrows.
looks like he just drew it on with... It looked like he just drew it on. But that belly, though. Like, I would like to slap that belly.
slap that belly.
Oh, my gosh. I'd like to slap that belly while he eats a donut. What does Wario say? Oh, I don't. Oh,
You're not feeling it?
So like, if he, like, you know, when the deed happens, like when he's, you know, when he go, wah!
You know he would.
This is
Absolutely.
so hard. And I know like his, you know, Mario and Luigi are into some kinky stuff just from Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Diving down pipes. Come on.
I would say smash.
Okay. Smash.
That belly.
Wario.
It's the belly for me.
Next up, we have Winston Duke from
Ooh.
Black Panther.
Oh.
And also other titles.
Wow. We would have a fun night. We would have a fun night. Okay, now is he shirtless and
He was I forgot the character's name. In Black Panther, he was one of the other clan heads. I think he was the one that
I've only seen it once.
The
I can't
icy
remember.
mountains,
Okay.
that area.
oh
He was shirtless.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, oh yes, smash.
Smash. Period.
Next we have Meatball.
Meatball. I was literally gonna just talk about her.
Yes.
She has officially said that I am the queen of the bear, so it is trademarked now. So
Trademarked.
Love that.
I saw
Meatball sanctioned.
I saw her at DragCon, and she said that, and I said, "You know who I am."
Work.
Okay, so if it was a threesome with Meatball and Big Dipper, definitely smash and smash.
Got you.
Period.
Okay.
Let's
Period.
go.
Period.
We have Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
He's a daddy. He eats a lot.
I'm
He's
crying.
hairy.
Is he a daddy?
What?
You said he's a
Nothing.
I definitely think he would be a soft top and not like throw me around. He would definitely not. He would go, oh bother. So I'm gonna have to pass on that. He wouldn't give me the dom top energy.
Right. A little too delicate. Next up, we have Frisbee Chicken, formerly Sasha Bell. Yeah. And we know you know Frisbee.
I
Yes.
very much know Frisbee.
Period.
Frisbee and I like to go on vacation together. Formerly Sasha Bell.
Formerly Sasha Bell.
Definitely smash. I know we besties, but she's fucking hot.
If you can't smash your besties, how in the hell are you going to smash anybody else? Can I get a name?
Absolutely. Like, it will probably never happen, but, like, absolutely. She's hot as hell.
True.
Next up we have Yogi Bear.
Wait, is that Abel?
Yes!
I'm crying. Okay, that tie, though.
The tie.
The tie.
Imagine what he could do with that. Tie you up.
That makes me claustrophobic.
Gonna make a picnic basket out of something.
I'm gonna have to pass on this one because I think we would just get into shenanigans together, but not fun.
He is definitely a shenanigans.
Yeah, an
kinda
instigator.
king. Yes,
Mhm,
real.
mhm. Next up we have Big Dipper! There we go.
That's why we smiled earlier.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
So aside from a potential threesome with Meatball and Big Dipper, solo Big Dipper.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yes. I just want to rub his belly and like
That beard.
chest hair, and like his outfits he's been wearing at his performances are very hot.
I
Cute.
think I know who Big Dipper is.
I've only seen him on the pod. I've never seen him like.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen him like outside and just perform.
Yeah. So
Is he a go-go person or?
no, he is a singer songwriter and
Oh.
has like a whole bunch of fun songs that like about bear and body positivity.
Word.
Yeah, it's hot.
Did he help Meatball with the I'm a Top song?
Me? I'm a top.
I actually don't know.
Because that would make sense then.
Yes.
Either way, Big Dipper.
But I've gotten to see him performed, I think, once or twice. For sure once.
Okay.
It was at Palm Springs for their bear event.
Ooh.
And he performed and, like, was doing 20 different, like, outfit changes, and so, like, it kept being skippier and skippier. I said,
Work!
I'm horny.
Come on! Period.
Next up, we've got Leonard. Papa
Which I didn't know he had a
I
name.
did not know.
Yeah, they all have
He
names.
has a family, though. He has a family.
What if his wife was cool with it?
You know,
And the
if
kids
he's
didn't have to know, you just-
if he's closeted,
You just have to be
gay.
Auntie Domita.
Okay, but Charmin is good ass toilet paper. I think he would take care of my ass. Like he would wipe off the
soft.
mess.
Real.
I'm basically telling the world that I'm a big old bottom.
No shame. No shame.
Yeah, smash.
Smash.
Leonard,
Smash.
come on, Leonard.
And
Domita Sanchez.
Not this picture.
It was the only one I could find with you in the bear flag.
I'm crying. I do have a leotard.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I could not find it.
it's okay.
Pistachio, put it here.
I'm,
We'll help you find it later.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Put it on my hand. Put it on
Yeah,
all.
put
Everybody
it on-
raise their hands. Put it on all our hands.
You summoned Domita Bear Sanchez.
But I fuck myself. Absolutely. Because I fuck myself many times. After 2 a.m. when I'm wasted.
Period.
Yes.
And that was Smash or Pass.
Bear Edition.
Oh,
Thank you.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
Powerful stuff. Sorry.
Well, now it's time for our favorite part of the show. It is the quick tips of drag. So what are 3 quick tips you would give to any performer, new or experienced, that you think are really important information?
Oh my gosh. If you're just starting drag for the first time, make sure your first performance, you perform your anthem, okay? Because the first performance is not about the audience, it's about you starting your drag career. So make sure you do your anthem.
So true.
Hi there. Hi, Anya. This is a cameo.
Wait, what was Anya's first one? Do you know?
If you
If you
I
don't,
feel like
it's
she
okay.
told me this, but I don't remember. She literally has told me this, and I do not remember.
We'll have her on soon. We'll find out.
We'll invite her. We'll see if she accepts our invitation. But I remember mine. It was Last Dance, Donna Summer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours?
Well, so I had a weird, because I was doing it in the digital era. My first live performance was Americano by Lady Gaga.
Oh, yes, yes.
But I was dressed as like a tacky tourist mom with
Oh
like a
my
selfie
gosh,
stick.
stop.
It was
I
pretty
live.
fun actually. I took selfies with the audience. It was cute.
It was cute.
I love that.
Yeah. What are your other 2 quick tips?
Oh, I forgot. We went in. Okay. Another quick tip. Know your lyrics.
Know your lyrics.
Know
Inside
your
and out.
lyrics. You know, sometimes it gets hard when you're like having to learn so many songs in a week.
Mm-hmm.
But brunch, you can get away with it. If you whip your hair, you can get away with it sometimes.
Yeah.
But know your lyrics because
Do the
it just-
downswing on,
it just, okay.
on the ones you don't know.
It just takes, like, as an audience member, it takes you away from the performance and what the entertainer is trying to do.
And sometimes you're in a venue where suddenly you can't hear the music at
Yeah.
all, and you just have to know where you are.
On that note, actually, do you have any strategies for memorizing lyrics? Because you're a theater girl, you're a drag queen,
So
you have to do all the
So let me
memorization.
tell you,
Uh-huh.
the hardest thing besides makeup for drag is memorizing lyrics.
So
Yeah.
So I make my own mixes and everything. One, doing mixes is a good tip to memorize quickly because in my mixes is a verse and a chorus, and like I know the first verse and a chorus to every song. It's always like the second chorus that I don't know.
Yeah.
But also I use Audacity to make all my mixes, and so I will take the song, go in, I will repeat the first chunk of the verse 10 times, go to the second chunk of the verse, repeat 10 times, and put those 2 together and repeat them 10 times. And so I have this I put it on my phone, and that's what I listen to during the week.
So you do reps.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's been the easiest way for me
Work.
for learning lyrics. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Work.
That makes sense.
And last tip.
Last tip. Oh, here's a good one. I learned this from the pageant world.
Okay.
Because I get clocked every time I do a show now. Domita, you're already packed? I said, yes. What I learned from the pageant world is always have your bag packed before your last number, because then at the end of the night at bar close, the show director or the bar owner doesn't have to wait for you to pack.
Oh, that's very smart.
That is smart.
Yes, and that's a thing where it's like, oh, we'll have you back because you were organized, you kept your space clean.
You kept yourself on a schedule.
Don't get out of drag. Be in drag for curtain call. That was, I think, one of Nocturna's tips was like, please be in drag for curtain call.
Absolutely.
But then, yeah, pack
Which
up.
I've done that before. I'm out of drag.
Do you drive home like in drag sometimes, or like?
I'll usually stay in phase.
Yeah.
And take it off when I get home.
Yeah, fair enough. I was gonna say, because we've been fans of taking our face off at the venue after we packed and stuff, of course, because like they're closed.
Depends on where. Depends on the venue.
Depends on where we are.
If it's saloon, I'm like, well, they're open for 3 more hours, so
Right.
I'm gonna go have a drink.
Absolutely.
But like, yeah.
But like Chankaska.
Oh yeah, especially in Mankato, the crowd clears out like that, and so we're like, well,
Let's take it off.
let's take it off.
Let's take it off. Let's go.
No schmoozing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Period.
But where can people find you?
Literal everywhere. You can find me. I perform at the 90s every once in a while. I perform at Lush every once in a while. I perform at the Saloon every once in a while. And also do flip phone events. And also, you can find me traveling the Midwest, like Iowa, sometimes Chicago, Omaha.
You're
you know,
everywhere.
but also down in Dallas, too. You can just find me around the world. Who runs the world?
And
Domita! Who won this photo? Domita! Yes.
And what are your social media handles?
Excuse me.
My social media handles.
I'm gonna just put that down while
My
you say
social
that.
media handles are all at Domita Sanchez. DOMITASANCHEZ.
Period. I was gonna say it is the mark of an experienced drag queen to spell their entire handle.
Absolutely.
I don't tell people my handle anymore. I just say ITSMASSAVACADO.
Period.
Thank you very much. I have been your contestant number 4.
Absolutely. I'm done.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me. Oh, I do have a question for you guys. We're gonna do it on air.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Okay, what is our origin story? How did we meet?
How did we meet?
The first time I remember really meeting you, you were doing brunch next door to us in Mankato.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
because like
Yes,
you were in between brunches at Nola Bell Kitchen and Bar, and you just came over to just check
I
on
wanted to say
check
hi.
on our brunch.
Yeah,
Which was
and
lovely.
It was so
So fun.
sweet
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, we're competing, but you came right over.
Okay, did I get my Hocus Pocus hair from y'all?
Oh, from Miss
before
Avocado.
Yes, you
I think so,
did.
yes.
Your
Was it
married
before that
hair.
brunch? Yes.
Yes, it was for your the flip phone.
Yeah.
Brunch. Yep.
Oh, love
Where
it.
I also did Sasha Cassidy.
Yeah.
And then Anya
I
took
love
that
it.
wig out of the bag and she said, I'm Sarah Jessica.
Right.
That's all you need.
She looked
for
good.
Miss Sarah.
We
No,
love it.
it's a very simple wig. You don't need it.
Yes. She's the cunty diva of the ancient divas.
Sarah.
Sarah. And wait, okay. There was another thing we talked about off.
Well, it's about y'all doing drag and getting married, and before you did drag, and when you started drag.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I love it.
I was not gay before I met Wanda. By
Yeah.
the way, I did not know about drag queens. I did not know what a drag queen was. I did not know how to define a drag queen. Then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race. Then I started drag because I'm like, I would like to do this instead of perform
Yeah.
as a boy. And then during the pandemic, that's what you did. So.
I mean, I think it was the Supreme Court that said, I don't know how to define drag, but I know it when I see it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one more question for y'all.
One more
I'm turning
question.
this into my podcast.
All right.
Welcome to my podcast. I'm
Yes, welcome
Domita
to the Domita
Sanchez. This is Wanda and Avocado. They're joining
Domita me with a
on
spoon.
Bearcast. Now, before you started drag, when you saw your first drag entertainer, were you scared?
Oh no. I was enchanted personally.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know why I think your eyelid's up there when
Oh,
when I know
right.
it's down there. But you look fabulous and I'm into it. I think we went to a 90s show. It was my first like physical drag show.
It was
And-
Brandon Larice.
Brandonna Larice, and then there was also
Prada.
Prada. There
Yeah.
was
She did Royals and she walked around and booped people in the nose.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh,
It was
I
cute.
love when she used to, grab people's hands and turn.
Oh,
did a little
twirl.
She
twirl.
still did.
Yeah.
She still did like until this spring, basically.
I
So.
love it.
And then
My the first drag queen I saw was Ben to the Creme at Anchorage Pride.
yeah, she went all the way to
And
the top
she-
right away.
Yeah, and I met her
Yeah.
right afterwards, and she was so sweet. And I was like, "What's Drag Race?" And she's like, "Oh, go watch it."
I love it.
And I was enchanted.
Yes.
I loved it.
Real.
So
And wait, when was the first time you met a drag queen?
So, Okay, so I think my first time experiencing drag was at Des Moines Pride, and I saw Tiona Diamond do a production number on the main stage. Tiona Diamond is the premier drag queen of Des Moines, Iowa.
I think I follow her.
She won Des Moines Best Drag Queen for a million years, and now it is Robin Graves.
Oh, yes, I've heard of Robin Graves.
Yes. And so she did Marry the Night. She had backup dancers, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with all of this." And it was everything, and now we're best friends. I remember I did message her on Facebook saying, "Hey, I'm interested in starting drag. Like, would you help me?" She never messaged me. And I still have that message, and I show her all the time.
Hey, remember when you fucking ignored me? Remember that?
But then when my first time at a bar seeing drag, I think was maybe when I moved to Des Moines or before that, but I was so nervous to like go tip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I said, "Oh my gosh, like this person, there's like a whole other person under all this makeup."
Right.
And I don't know why it intimidated me so much.
Well, it's kind of like interacting with a celebrity directly, because you're like, you look at a drag queen or a drag performer in general, and you're like, that's a star.
Yeah.
You want me to walk right up to them and just hand them a $1 bill? And the answer is no. I want you to walk up to them and hand them a $5.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's really cool.
And that was my podcast, Bearcast.
Bearcast by Domita Sanchez. Yes.
Well, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
Such
Thank
a
you for the
blast.
alcohol.
Oh,
You're welcome.
I'll bring another bottle next time.
Well, remember to
yet
be gay, do crimes, take your PrEP.
Oh, absolutely. And do your Aura Quick, your at-home HIV test. And if you want to go down to the Liveness Project, you can get free HIV test, STI testing, and you can take home your very own HIV at-home testing kit. Call the livenessproject.org.
Not sponsored. Yes! Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Trap.